Good morning, handsome men and lovely ladies. So it's 3 a.m. And this is Whitney with Intentions with Whitney. It's 3 a.m. and I seem to get the best messages from Spirit at this hour. And I have a major message for you guys right now. Now, at the time of this recording, it is December. It's either the 21st or the 22nd. I really don't follow time, so I'm not even sure what day it is. I believe it may be the 22nd, though. Whatever the case, Spirit said this. Not only do we have Venus retrograde happening, which is causing us to really look at our values, Venus is causing us to say, what do we really want for ourselves? Because the relationships, the things that we once really loved, the things that we strived for, the way we viewed ourselves, everything is changing for everybody on an individual level. And so if you're experiencing this, Spirit really wants you to go within and ask yourself, who am I? Who am I today? And then who do I want to be? Where did I come from? Because those are the lessons that you are meant to learn. Where am I now? Because this is what I've manifested myself to be. And then where do I want to go? And where do you want to go is the most important in the topic of this conversation today. So Spirit came to me and said that yes, it is important to ask yourself, what career do I want? How do I want to show up in the world? What do I want to be known as? How do I want to contribute? How do I want to feel? But the questions go so deeper. Spirit is saying all of that is good and all of that does matter. But I want you guys to think on the level as if, what if the world didn't have jobs? What if we could not work? What if, and I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but I'm mentioning extreme situations because when extreme situations happen, that's usually when you see the bigger picture. That's usually when the things that truly matter start to step up and show themselves as the truth. Like, for example, when someone usually passes away or transitions, because they're never really gone, when they transition, we oftentimes start to see how we could have spent our time with them or how we may have needed to forgive them. I don't know. Whatever the case is for you, your thinking may change to where you start to see the bigger picture. So when I mention these extreme things, it's because I want you to think on a deeper subconscious and conscious level, okay? Now, imagine if we did not have these systems, if we couldn't touch money the same way we touch it. And I'm not talking about Bitcoin. I'm talking about what if there is some type of financial crisis, or what if we can't get a job, or what if we get sick, or whatever the case is. If something major happens in your life where what you're doing today you cannot do, who are you? Who are you without your job? Who are you without your relationship? Who are you without a title? Who are you without your friends? Who are you? And that's what January and February and this upcoming year is really about. Your individuality. Who do you identify as? Because it's so important. When we see these influencers, a lot of times, whether people agree or not, the reason we gravitate towards these influential people, so to speak, is because they have this charismatic uniqueness about them. They are uniquely themselves, and we love that stuff. We love when someone can stand in their truth and be like, this is who I am, whether y'all like it or not. So, and I feel like I'm getting better with that because that's a whole different story. Let's stay on topic. But that is what you are supposed to be focusing on, guys. You're supposed to be focusing on, who am I on a very deep level? If all the stuff was taken from me and it was just me left, how do I want to feel? What is my purpose? What do I contribute to society? How do I want to treat others? If I were to pass away today, what would have been important to me? What would I have wished I'd done or did or be known as or known for? I want you guys to think deep. And Spirit has given me the message, and I neglected to share it the other day, and I feel like I got slapped on my hand. But the message from the other day was that A lot of people are starting to feel as if they are inadequate. Again, Venus retrograde energy, as if they're not worthy, as if they are not in the right place in their life. You know, you guys may have been striving, and this may not be true to everybody, but there may have been some people striving and they're not hitting their target on time that they wanted to accomplish, or maybe it just hasn't been on time. Maybe there was a delay. Maybe it hasn't happened yet at all. But whatever the case is, you're starting to interpret that as if you're a failure and as if you're not on the right path. And Spirit is saying, yes, you are. You are on the right path, but you're trying to create greatness overnight. And the things that it takes to be great, your load is already so heavy. You're dealing with past trauma. You're dealing with abuse. You're dealing with mental anguish. You're dealing with insecurity. You're dealing with fear. You're dealing with poverty. You're dealing with a lot of things, and sometimes generational curses, because sometimes the stuff you're carrying isn't even yours. It's not even yours. And so when this happens, you're trying to create this beautiful castle, which you can and you will achieve. This is definitely attainable. Don't ever let anyone tell you you can't have what you want. And I'm not telling you that either. What I'm saying is you want this big castle and you can have it, but you need a firm foundation. And that firm foundation comes from you doing your shadow work, you healing, you meditating, you digging within that deep place that hurts, that place where you were told you weren't good enough, that place when you couldn't have the money to eat as a child because you guys didn't have enough, the place where you were homeless, the place where you were abandoned, the place where your heart was broken. You need to go into those spaces. And when you go into those spaces, it's going to hurt and it's going to be uncomfortable and it's dark. But baby, before there was light, there was darkness. So in that darkness, you can create. In that darkness, there is power. In that darkness, there is creation. And so this takes me back to the original message of what Spirit is sharing with you today. You have to ask yourself, what do I want in the midst of my darkness? Whatever's going on in the world, you do not have to focus on that. You are in the world, but you are not of it. You're not the world. You are you. You are a God in your own right. You are magic. You are manifestation. You are pure light. You are love. You are everything. You're amazing. And so you have to ask yourself, what do I want even in the midst of darkness, in the midst of chaos, in the midst of you not knowing? And guess what? You're not going to know right away. Let me give you some tips on how to get where you want to be, okay? So if you have related this far in the message and you want to know, all right, Whit, that sounds good, but how do I actually do this? I got you. So the first thing I want you to think about, when you go to ask yourself, what do I want? The first thing is really ask yourself, how do I want to feel? Because a lot of how we feel, I really argue this is the key to manifestation. Your energy, your feelings, your vibration attracts what you want. So when you say, I want to feel alive, I want to feel happy. I want to feel free. I want to feel vibrant. I want to feel malleable. I want to feel powerful. I want to feel worthy. Do you see how that makes you feel? Think about the thing in your life that makes you happy. And it could be something so simple. Something so simple for me, for example, is when I think of my little dog Rebel. When I look into her eyes, oh my gosh, my heart fills up almost instantly. If you're not an animal person, that's okay. Think about your children, think about your family, think about yourself. Doesn't matter. Whatever makes you feel good, tap into that energy while you're stating what you want for yourself. Because the higher you vibrate, baby, the more you'll attract. Now, after you feel like, what do I want? I want you to write it down. So we think it, we put it on paper, it becomes a reality, and then we continue to live in that reality and manifest naturally, easily, effortlessly, continuously. Okay? Think about it, feel it, write it down, And the next thing I really want you to do is allow yourself to let it go. Because a lot of people, again, you're looking to build this tower that is beautiful, this castle that's yours, that's magnificent, and you'll have it, but it needs a foundation. And so before you build the tower, just let spirit know what you want to feel, what you want to create, who you want to be on a really deep level, guys. And then allow yourself to be led. And this isn't going to happen overnight. Pay attention to signs. Pay attention to the symbolism. For example, literally every day in December, I have seen angel numbers. 111, 333 has been a big one for me. 555, 888, etc. So pay attention to numbers. Pay attention to conversations you have with people. Pay attention to this message. A lot of what we need is always right in front of us. It's amazing how the universe works. So ask for it, write it down, feel your way through this consistently, daily. Look back at what you wrote down daily. This isn't a one and done type of situation. This is a relationship. Think about your relationships with people. This is a great time too with Venus in retrograde. When you have a friend, if you keep calling a friend and they don't answer, how many times are you going to call back? Same with spirit. If spirit is calling you, spirit is guiding you, and you're not there to answer, if you're not there to receive, do you think they're just going to keep trying? They're going to be there when you're ready, but at that point, you're going to need to call spirit because spirit has called you so many times, they don't even know if your number's the same. You get what I mean? You're going to have to reach out now. And so this is the perfect time, this is the perfect season to reach out to spirit and say, hey, I'm sorry, I was going through some stuff. I'm back. I don't really know what's really going on, so I can't promise too much, but I know this is how I want to feel. And I know that this is where I want to go. And I ask you to help me, and I know you'll help me because you've done it for me before. And I know that I'm worthy, and I know that I'm deserving. I just got a little distracted. But I know you got my back. And I trust that after we hang up on this phone call, everything will be good and things will start opening up. My roads will start opening. Favor is starting to come. I will start feeling this freedom and this sense of self-expression and trust and truth in myself. I know what I want now. And that's because I can trust you. I know you, etc., etc. So I hope this message helps somebody. I feel like it's right on time. Like I said, I get these 3 a.m. messages that come through and I cannot neglect spirit. So you guys will be receiving a lot more of these types of messages. I hope you like them. If you do, let me know. Let me know where you want to go. Let me know what you want to feel. Comment about anything that you want to share because we're really in this together. And the goal is to keep ourselves focused on the bigger, the better, the truth of what and who we really are. The one thing I want to leave you with is that I had an elder, someone that I really respect, tell me this about 2, maybe 3 years ago. As simple as it is, it has never left my mind. She said, trust your heart. It is your greatest compass. So even when you do not know how, when, where, why, just feel your way through it. Allow yourself a moment to be still so you can receive that phone call, so you can receive that message that you need. And if you guys need me, I'm here. One-on-one bookings are available. I love you guys so much. Book and shop, Intentions with Whitney. Happy holidays, happy new year, happy 2022. I love you guys so much. Bye.